Good morning, guys. It is mid-October in PA and it is 39 degrees here today. Today I'm going to go over transplanting, taking care of, and propagating stinging nettle, burn hazel plants, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you enjoy the video, and if you like it, subscribe, and there'll be more to come. Okay, what we have here is small stinging nettle plants. These were mowed over about 2 weeks ago, and as you can see, they're already shooting up quite rapidly. And if they are not cut back, this is what they end up looking like. For comparison, they get about 6-7 feet tall if they're in full sun. They enjoy moist, rich soil, and they are incredibly easy to grow. You can even lay them down like this and cover them up with soil, and you'll get 5-6 more plants out of it pretty quickly. They work really well by, that's called the layering method of propagation. You should usually, well, you should always wear gloves when handling these because they do sting a bit. My skin is fairly used to it, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But I am going to dig some of these out now and show you how I divide them up. I'm just going to clear some of the underburden off here so I can make sure I get a good root system. And you can see this soil is very, very loomy now that I have it loosened up well. I'm just going to reach my hand under here, pull this whole entire system out right here. I hope you guys can see that good on the camera. And I'm going to take it over to my potting area and we'll start cutting it up and potting them up. Okay guys, I'm in my little potting area. Not really a potting area, but like I said, I just started doing this about a year ago. So yeah, I'll work on that. But first thing I'm going to do is cut some of this dead stuff off, the stuff that doesn't really have any roots. Now here, here's going to be one stinging nettle plant. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut some of those little guys off, trim this up, and hopefully you can see that. This is one stinging nettle plant, and it doesn't matter how I do this. I mean, I can cut this off here and just have that little bit of leaf. It's late in the fall, it'll grow right back. There, it's all trimmed up. That'll go great in a 4-inch pot. And you can save the cuttings if you would like. You can use them for all sorts of different medical reasons. Some people take it for sinus issues. I'm going to try potting this one up. I don't know if you can see that. There's no roots on it, but these things grow so easily that it'll most likely root itself. But yeah, some people use these for sinus problems. They say they taste like spinach if you eat them. I have never eaten them, nor do I ever plan to eat them. But as soon as you apply heat to them, it gets rid of all the nasty chemicals that can cause the burns. And it's not that bad. The burns only last about 15-20 minutes. It'll hurt you for. Here's a big one here. That's a huge root system. I am going to keep, actually, I'm going to try planting, so you can see that, I'm going to try planting that little tiny root system right there and see what happens. This one I'm going to keep whole. Like I said, I saw a lot of these in bunches. I even had a guy buy these just for the leaves because him and his brother were going to make use as a pizza topping, actually. But here's another good root system. I'll just plant this whole, rip these stems off here. I'll just plant that whole thing in a 4-inch pot. it'll grow fine. Here's another big section. Trim, keep it like that. Probably trim this big one off. I don't need that sucking all the energy while this guy's rooting. But yeah, these are a great, very overlooked plant that has so many medical uses, and it just doesn't get enough credit. A lot of people consider it a weed, and if you're going to plant these at home, a raised bed does very well. A lot of people cut the flowers off so you don't have to worry about them going to seed. Because if they go to seed, they can spread hundreds of seeds everywhere. And unless you want a lot of these, that's not what most people want. There, we got 2 out of that one. There's one. Just going to cut this little dead section off. These also grow by root running. So if they're planted in real loose soil, the roots will take off, and you will have more plants than you can imagine in a year or two. So to pot these up, I'm just going to take one of these little guys right here. Just sit it down on some loose soil that I have made, and then cover the root system up loosely, just like that. And these things will be, by next spring, they'll be that tall, ready to move out of their pots and sell or replant or whatever you want to do with them. Okay guys, as you can see here, I have all the real little ones potted up. Here's some real big ones. A lot of these are getting sent out to customers. And what I'm going to do now is I got some more to dig out. I'll get them potted up, and then I'll be back with a few pointers for planting these. Okay, here to do a quick recap. These are all the ones that are going out to customers that I sell on Etsy too. Okay guys, here to do a quick recap. I'm in the greenhouse. It's middle of October, and it is ungodly hot in here already, early in the morning. I was showing you all how to pot up stinging nettle plants. I do sell these on Etsy. I'll provide a link below if you're interested in buying any plants to start your own. You can eat any part of that plant is edible. I don't know all the uses for it. Like I said, I know people say it tastes like spinach. It's loaded with vitamin C. It has a lot of protein in it for a plant, so it's good for all you vegans out there. It is super easy to grow. The ones that I was showing you I dug out were in full shade, and you see how well they did. If they're in full sun, they get 6-7 foot tall. They're a great, very overlooked plant. A lot of people consider them a weed because of how fast they spread. They do well in large containers. Very, very easy to take care of. The only thing I can say is when you first receive your new plant, plant it. Make sure to keep it well watered. It doesn't matter if it's cold or hot or freezing. I seen these growing up through snow. If it's springtime, one of the first green plants you're going to see come out is going to be the stinging nettle plant. They are very, very, very hardy and very, very easy to grow. So if you found this video useful at all, please like and comment and subscribe. I will be posting updates on these in a couple weeks, how big they've gotten, how they've done. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll find something else to show you.